Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So I often get asked this question, why is my succulent dying post repotting? Now guys, there could be a couple of reasons why your succulent is dying after repotting. One, probably the succulent went into a shock. For whatever reason, probably the environmental change did not work out really well, and after repotting the succulent is getting worse day by day because it is not getting acclimated to your environment. For whatever reasons, probably the temperature is too high and it cannot handle the repotting, so it's gone into a shock. That could lead to your succulent dying. Apart from that, you might have probably watered your succulent immediately after repotting it and the succulent was not able to acclimate properly. Before that you went ahead and watered it. Probably the water had a lot of minerals, or probably it was still in the process of acclimating and you have flooded it with water. That could again lead to the succulent starting to die. Another reason could be that you might have pulled out any of the leaves from the lower portion. It has open cuts and you went ahead and watered it. Again, that could lead to a rot, and due to which the succulent leaves will start to fall. Apart from that, probably your soil is not of the right type. Probably it's very compact, and after you have repotted it, the roots are not able to breathe, the roots are not able to acclimate it. That will again lead to your succulent dying. Apart from this, let's say that you have used a very organic soil. There is too much of nitrogen in the soil. The new soil that you have prepared, probably you have added too much of nutrients and there is a high amount of nitrogen. Now, if your soil has a high amount of nitrogen, it will definitely burn the succulent roots and the succulent will start to die within 2 to 3 days. Because succulents have a certain type of fertilizer wherein the N value, that is the nitrogen value, is slightly lower than the P and K, which is phosphorus and potassium. So you have to go for a fertilizer that is slightly low on nitrogen. Now it completely depends, because a lot of places you do not get a NPK with that ratio. A lot of times you get NPK either that is 19, 19, 19, which is going to be quite dangerous for your succulent. So please do not use a very high amount of nitrogen. That will definitely burn your succulent roots. A lot of people have been using a kind of a nutrition for your succulents wherein the nitrogen is very high. A little bit higher amount of nitrogen will definitely burn your succulents. Now I am not very sure about this, how much of nitrogen should be given to the succulent, because I personally do not use any kind of fertilizers, so I wouldn't be in the right place to advise you what is the right amount of nitrogen. But this is what I have read on Google, that when you tend to go for any kind of fertilizer for your succulents, the nitrogen level should be less. You can always search this on Google, you will get the information, because I personally haven't used any NPK, I haven't used any fertilizers, so I wouldn't be the right person to give you the exact amount of nitrogen that has to be present in order for the succulent to be healthy. But definitely this is what I have heard and I have also experienced, because some people have used a fertilizer that has been really high on the nitrogen level and their succulents have started to get burnt. They have started to die because the roots immediately start to burn when there is a high content of nitrogen. So be very careful when you tend to use fertilizers. As I've said this earlier as well, fertilizers are not the main priority for your succulent. The succulent will do quite well without any fertilizers. I have been growing them without any fertilizers. They have been doing excellent. You can see this is another example of my succulent without any fertilizers in the soil. It's just garden soil and 80% of aquarium sand. So it's all up to you. It's your call. If you want to add fertilizers, you can. If you do not want to add, it's absolutely fine. But always remember, do not use a fertilizer that has a high amount of nitrogen. That will definitely burn the succulent roots. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe and keep planting.